It's been a while since the last time I worked on my crochet gifts. I've been starting my clinical, so I was taking a little break. I mean, I have been working on this blanket a little bit here and there. Still haven't finished it, but it's now January 20th. I'm so glad nobody in my family is like upset that they're not getting their gifts right away, but I'm gonna work on my dad's gift next, which I had him pick out which brown he liked best, and he picked this taupe color, and he wants a scarf. So we're gonna make a scarf out of these two yarns here. They're both the Big Twist Value acrylic yarn, and like I said, they're in the color taupe. I think it's a 4 weight. You're supposed to use a 5mm hook. I don't remember which hook I have up here with me. I probably should have grabbed my hook before. This is a 5.5. That's not gonna work. Well, I need to go grab my 5. I think this is a 5.5 too. Yeah. I gotta find my 5mm hook first before I start the scarf, and I also need to find the pattern that I'm following. I think, because he picked it out, I think it's on YouTube. It has like a video with it. It seems pretty basic. I hope I saved it somewhere. Okay, I'll be back when I get my life together. Okay, my furnace just turned on, so hopefully you can't hear that through the microphone. You might be able to, but I'm sorry. I found the video. This is what he wants me to make. So it's literally Easy Man Scarf. This is the one he picked out. So I think it's funny that it's called Easy Man Scarf. The video is 10 minutes and 18 seconds long, so we'll see how well the tutorial is. And I got my 5mm hook. It's this purple one out of my pack of hooks. I don't think I've used this one yet, so that'll be fun, using a new hook. Also, I say in 2024 we cancel overhead lights, because maybe my sensory people will get me, but I don't like overhead lights. If I could just be in this, I know the lighting might not be the best, but like if I could just have my lamps on and not the overhead lights, that'd be great. That would be great. Okay, I'm gonna try pulling from the center since this little string is already out and ready for me, and we'll see how it goes. I've had bad luck in the past doing this, but we're gonna try it. Okay, I just watched the whole tutorial video, and I'm sorry, it's starting to get darker out, so the lighting's probably changing. And it's actually very simple. It's like half double crochets and just changing what loop you're going through to make it look kind of knit. So I'm just going to first do the chain because it's 250. I'm really gonna have to focus for this and probably count out loud, because that's the one issue I have, is counting. And I'm using this row counter to keep track of my rows, which I already forgot how many rows she said. So that's awkward. So I'll have to go back and figure out how many rows it's supposed to be. I feel like it's supposed to be 15, but I could be wrong. Anyways, I'm just gonna attempt to do this. I'm either gonna put on music or put on a video or something. I don't know. Probably better for me to do music, because I don't know if I can count and watch a video at the same time. We'll see. I have to chain 250, so I'll be back once I do that, unless I just get on a roll. I hope it's not making little lines on the screen. It has in the past when I've used these, but I put my LED lights on back there to lighten up my room a little bit because it's now dark outside. And I really don't want to put my overhead light on. I will if I have to, but I'm gonna see if that helps so I can see a little better. But I chained 250, and then I just started like row 1, which is just half double crochets into the row. So that's what I'm working on now. And sorry, I did not put my microphone on to film this little clip, but I'm just going to chain, I'm just gonna go into the chain because it's literally the worst one to go into. And then we'll see how much I feel like doing tonight. But I might not film the whole time because I'm running out of storage. But I'll at least check in at some point. I'm gonna work on this and listen to music. Last night I was trying to finish this scarf, but then I was falling asleep. You might have been able to tell that. But I finally finished the scarf for my dad. This is what the pattern looks like. It's like knit looking almost. Just a very simple scarf, and it curls on the ends, which the creator of the pattern like said it does that, and you could block it, but she liked the effect, which I think it actually would look good with them curled rather than straight. The only part that I don't really like is that this part keeps curling, which I could block it, I guess, to make it not do that. This is just not my favorite thing that I've made, but I don't know. My dad said it looks cool, so I think it's what he wanted. I was trying to make sure it like actually even fits. I did the amount that the person said that made it, but I feel like you just have to mess around with it. It's just not my favorite thing that I've made for sure. But my camera's about to die. But yeah, you just kind of have to like mess around with it or whatever. But yeah, it curls on the ends like that. But I finished it, and I'm gonna give it to him, and then I'll see if he wants it like flattened out or not. But one more gift done that I can cross off the list. Okay, I want to check in on what I've been crocheting. So the main thing I've been focusing on lately are these coasters for my friend, and I'm running into the issue of my tension because it's been a while since I first started crocheting these, and I think my tension has changed, which I was talking to my mom about it, and she said when you start to crochet for longer, your tension gets looser sometimes, when you get like more relaxed and comfortable with it. I can't even remember which one I made first, but these are the ones I have made. They all look fine, it's just they're not all the same size, so I'm trying to make some that are all the same. I have these two in this color. This does not want to focus. These two are pretty close to the same size, but honestly even these two aren't the exact same, but they're pretty close. The darker one, when I put it over there, so what happened was I made this one. This one is way too big and I don't like how big it looks. See how much bigger it is? I don't like how big this one is. It's too big for a coaster. So I don't know if I'm gonna take it apart and recrochet it a little tighter or what, but after that I started making it really tight, and that's when I made this one, which honestly is too small, but it's closer than the other one. And then I made this one with the light yarn, and I actually made that one even tighter. Don't even know how I made it tighter, but I did. So now that one is significantly smaller, as you can see. It doesn't want to focus, but it's significantly smaller. And honestly, I like the size of these ones the best. This camera is doing a terrible job focusing. I like the size of these ones the best. So this one is definitely a no-go. I may honestly undo it and redo it. This one I think is too small. Also, there's something a little bit off about it. Like the center is too big and the magic ring wouldn't close. Which like this magic ring didn't close all the way either, but it's not as bad as this one. So, I don't know. I haven't weaved in the ends of like the newest ones I've made. These two are the first two I made, I'm pretty sure. And they honestly don't look bad. I don't really know what went wrong. I'm gonna try to do a little looser, but not too loose, and see if it's any better. But yeah, I think I made this one too tight. Look at the difference between my biggest and my smallest. Oh my. Okay, I think I'm gonna crochet one in this color and try to find that in between of too much tension and not enough tension. So we'll see how that goes.
Smoothest stones, sitting with the river's bones, glimmer with the white of passing light in this unknown.
I was working on crocheting, and I'm trying to make my friend these coasters, and I am such a perfectionist that I want them to all be the same size, which yeah, but like my tension was not consistent because I didn't make them all back to back. I kind of like made them spread out, so I couldn't keep the same tension. but I think this is the one I made and I was like, oh yes, love. And then I made this one and it's a little bit bigger than this one, but not by much. Like I think they could be fine, you know, they could pass as the same size. So I think these two I'm keeping in this color. And then I tried to make another one. This one is way too big, so this one I think I might undo and redo with the same yarn, because like, let me just give you a perspective here. I guess I'll show you with, so like, this is the smaller of the two of these ones. See how it's like way bigger? Yeah, that's not gonna work for me. So that's a no. And then I tried making one in this color and it's way too small. So this one is too small. So I have one that's way too big and one that's way too small. And then, which one did I just finish? I think this is the one I just finished. Yeah, because I didn't, yeah, because I accidentally cut the end really long. So I just finished this one earlier and I think it's a pretty good size. They seem like those two are about the same size. Maybe it's a little bit smaller than the bigger one of the two, but they're pretty close. So I think I'm happy with that one. And then this is the other one. These two are pretty close to the same size. They're definitely not all the same size, but that's okay. They're not gonna be perfect. I could also like try to block them and make them more unison, but anyways, I have these 4 done. And then I started making another one in this color, and it was looking like it was going to be too big. So then I tried to undo half of it and then redo it, and then it still looked like it was going to be too big. So then I just undid the whole thing, and now I have this that looks like ramen noodles. Also, comment down below, do you say ramen or ramen? But it looks like ramen noodles. It's so funny. But I did the first round again and I made it really tight, so I think it should be fine now, hopefully. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing tonight. But I'm going to listen to a true crime podcast, I think. Maybe either that or a podcast on YouTube, because like I want to listen to true crime, but then also I don't want to like freak myself out when I'm saying it out loud by myself. So maybe the better thing to do would be listen to a wholesome happy podcast. Probably a good idea. I'll do that, I guess. But I also have to try to remember this pattern, which once I like know it, I'm like good to go. I think I know what the next row is. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing this and hanging out, having a blast.
She did that already though. I mean, but you would simply be like, oh.
Sprouting seeds, pushing through the forest green, making up their way, and day by day they'll turn to trees. Winter falls just as spring to summer's call, and we do that, we're just human after all. Sun or snow, all the life it seems to know, and all we have is just part of how it goes, how it goes.
It's been quite a while since I checked in with how my crochet things are going for my Christmas gifts, but this is what I've gotten done since I've checked in. These are not part of the Christmas gifts, but I made these for my friend and I finished all of them, and I'm pretty sure I showed you in this video. So I made 6 coasters. So these are how they turned out. There's 6 of them total. I don't know how to hold them so you can see all of them at once. They're not all perfectly the same size, but look pretty good. I'm excited to give those to her. She's gonna use them in her apartment. So those are done. I gotta go put them back in her bag. And then my brother's blanket is the other thing that I've been working on. And I am basically done. I just have to finish one more border. Like I have 3 of the sides of the border done. Just have one more side. It's just like the hardest side to do that I have left. So that's all I have left to do actually. And then I have to weave in a couple ends and then it'll be done. And then I'm probably gonna wash it because I worked on it outside and it kind of smells weird from that. So I'm definitely gonna wash it before I give it to him. This is the last edge I have to do. I just have to figure out if I need to weave this in first. I think I do. So I'm probably gonna weave this end in before I go around and do the whole corner. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna work on now.
We do that, we're just human after all. Sun or snow, all the life it seems to know. And all we have is just part of how it goes, how it goes. This I know. Little birds jumping out the nest to learn. You're never gonna fly but staying high, and this I know. And timid stars waiting for the after hours, painting with the light showing every night, this I know. Winter falls just as spring to summer's call, and we do that, we're just human after all. Sun or snow, all the life it seems to know. And all we have is just part of how it goes, how it goes. This I know.
I forgot my camera battery was like dead, but let's see if it'll make it. I don't think it will. I want to show you the blanket. I just finished weaving in all the ends. It's literally gonna die any second. Oh, I can't even show you the whole blanket. How am I supposed to show this? It's huge. Look at how big it is. Okay, let me see if I can. So my camera battery did indeed die, but this is the funniest angle ever, but I think this is the only way I'm going to be able to show it, if it even all fits. So my brother is, I think he might be taller than me. If not, he's like really close to being taller than me, but he's definitely going to be taller than me. Can you see how long it is? It's huge. Let's see. Yeah, this is perfect. Like, it wraps around and it's really long. Yeah, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted him to be able to tuck his feet under it. And then if you wanted it to be, I think it's longer this way. Actually, it might be about equal. Wow, this is crazy. This has taken me so long. Not really, I haven't worked on it consecutively, but wow. I'm so glad it's finally done. Now I have to put it in the washer because I don't know, it doesn't smell bad. It has a weird smell because it was outside. Like, I was crocheting it outside. But I started this was actually like the first thing I started. I was thinking about that. I think this was technically my first ever like project, I think. But I just never finished it because I had to order more yarn. And I did, and now it's a full blanket. Before it was just like a little strip. And I started it in December. And it's now May. That's wild. But it's done finally. And now I have to put it in the washer and literally pray that it doesn't get ruined. So I'm gonna do that now. I didn't feel like getting my camera out for this, so I'm filming a clip on my phone really quick. But just wanted to update you that the blanket did survive the washer. I did not fold it very well. I don't know if it's not even, or if I just did a really bad job folding because I folded it in the air. Let me see if I can fold it better. It's a tiny bit still wet, but I ran it through delicate on dry 2 times. Okay, that's a little bit better of a fold job. I think I'm gonna take it to him today when he gets home from school, maybe. Or later tonight. But this is the blanket. I think it turned out pretty good. It's a little wet over here. That's why I folded that part on the outside. But this is a big blanket. It's such a bright green too. It's pretty. Anyways, this one is done. And I don't know where it is right now. It's somewhere in here, but I brought up the yarn to start my sister's bag. I don't know if I'll start it today, but that's the next thing. I'll be making, who knows how long that will take. And then I only have one more gift after that to make. Almost through all of the gifts. Also, Pete, my mom's blanket that she made back there. She finished hers last night too.